So look, Visa is using Solana. What does that mean for XRP? What does that mean for all the things that we hold, the assets that we hold? It seems like pretty bad news, but look, it's the reality of the situation. I'm not necessarily saying that's negative or whether I'm depressed or happy about it. I'm kind of mostly just indifferent. And I want to share with you, friend to friend, just all my thoughts on this in plain English, nice and simple. If you like these videos, please hit subscribe, like the video, because the algorithm shares it with other people who might also enjoy it. I'm not trying to get too complex in here. I really just want to explain it on a friend level, like an acquaintance level, because nobody likes big words. I don't even like big words. I've just found myself using big words in the last couple of months just because I'm advancing my knowledge, but it doesn't mean I have to then change my language to be more complicated. Everything's pretty simple. If you just put a little bit of effort in, everything is simple. So the news states that Solana is going to be used with some Visa partners being WorldPay and Nuvei. I'm very familiar with WorldPay. WorldPay is a payment processor here in the UK, probably the rest of the world. But I've had jobs in the past where payments were processed using WorldPay. Now, one thing that this is that people haven't really acknowledged in full force on Twitter and all over social media is that this is a pilot program. They're testing it out, but they've chosen Solana for a very specific test. So just a little thing about Solana. Solana has cheaper fees than Ethereum. It also connects very well to Ethereum, and it can process transactions a lot quicker than Ethereum. So why do I keep talking about Ethereum with all of this? Well, as you know on this channel, Ethereum is actually going to play a big role in the whole financial system and all of blockchain because of the Ethereum virtual machine. The Ethereum virtual machine is essentially a compartment of Ethereum that allows it to connect to other blockchains nice and easy. Ultimately, all of the assets that are going to rise in the flood will all be able to connect to other blockchains very easily. This is called interoperability. If you're not interoperable, you're simply just not going to make it. So Ethereum, through the Ethereum virtual machine, can connect with Solana very easily. Now, because it can connect with Solana very easily, that informed their decision to use Solana only in this pilot program for USDC transactions. That's US dollar coin. US dollar coin is Ethereum based. So you can see why they would use Solana, because it's so easy to connect. And it's specifically for this Ethereum connection for two specific companies and one specific digital asset being the stablecoin USDC. So it's not this massive Visa have partnered with Solana and they're only going to use Solana for cross-border payments. No, it's very narrowed down. It's only those two companies and it's only USDC. On top of that, Visa have already had a partnership or a relationship with Circle, the creators of USDC, for a long, long time. So this conversation, you can imagine behind the scenes, was very easy to have, very, very simple. And if you think about, and I want you to really think about this in a very rational manner, because of course we would love for XRP to be used for these transactions, acknowledging that XRP is so much better for this. That's not necessarily the objective here. And if you look at timelines, when was this conversation likely to have started between Circle and WorldPay and Visa and Solana? Well, it was most likely way before XRP had clarity in the court case. And so what you're going to do if you're Visa, you're going to start this project with Solana, get excited about it, transferring USDC cross-border for some clients. And then the court case gets announced and XRP gets clarity. You're just going to ditch the whole Solana thing, or you're going to continue with the Solana thing, acknowledging the benefits versus Ethereum of doing that. And then if XRP is in the picture in the future, well, it's actually very easy to do now. It's a very easy technology to adopt at this point with the legal clarity. And we just need some time now for, the chess pieces to be placed by MasterCard, by Visa. Now that we have this legal clarity, there's going to be a time delay between when they can all get things up and running, when we can have pilot programs that use XRP with Visa for very specific transactions. Ultimately, what we know here is that XRP is the best option for cross-border payments at scale. So if you acknowledge that single thing, you will understand that it doesn't matter that Solana takes some cross-border payments for Visa with a very narrow payment channel. It doesn't matter about that. XRP Plus doesn't really matter. The fact that they use Ethereum so much in smart contracts doesn't really matter. We know that XRP, the asset, and the XRP ledger will function as some sort of a world reserve currency, or in some capacity, at the very least, be that underpinning element of the financial system. If you know all of that, these little things like Solana being tested on a pilot program start to diminish in their importance. And the thing I just really want to kind of put out there, Visa may have looked at Solana for this very narrow use case as actually the best option for them at the time, considering when they started talking about this, XRP didn't have clarity. They're making the decisions about the cards that they have been dealt at that moment for that specific use case. There will be other use cases where XRP is the prime thing to use. And I think now that we've got clarity, people are going to be looking at the XRP ledger and XRP, the token, in such a way where now there's actually no hurdle and no consideration of other assets, or at least less obstacles in the way to stop them using XRP now that there's legal clarity. These things will just take time though. So if you understand XRP, you understand it's not going anywhere, you understand it's going to be used at scale, you understand the price is going to go up, it absolutely has to go up. And so while this sounds like big news, I mean, you can kind of see a pattern here. These things sound like big news, but when you really think about them, crunch down into the details, it doesn't really matter. We know what XRP is going to be and where it's going to go. I've seen massive interest over the last 2 weeks on that video where I talked about becoming your own bank. I really want to expand on that thought process. And, you know, there's something really big coming up that I think is going to be the answer for everyone. The clearer of all worry and fear about the future and a liquidity event when you get this massive portfolio value. Now you don't really know what to do. I do believe that everything is split in 99% and 1%. That's why you call the rich the 1%. I also think there's a 1% within that 1% that does something slightly different that takes them to new levels. And what I'm building ultimately is something called the 1% mastermind. This is going to be an area, it's going to be a one-stop shop. Oh my goodness, it's going to be absolutely fascinating. The one major thing that you're going to get as soon as it opens and as soon as you join is that I'm going to actually assemble you a team. Accountants, wealth managers, lawyers, regardless of where you are in the world. These people will understand digital assets and be able to help you as soon as a liquidity event happens. I'm going to make that team for you. And every professional within there is going to be vetted by the community. Reviews will all be in there. It's going to be a one-stop shop for all of that stuff. And there's no telling how far we can expand that into venture capital, into private equity, in-house accounting, all of this kind of stuff. I mean, the possibilities are endless here. All I do know is that together with like-minded people as a group, you are the most powerful. And we are like-minded. We will have this liquidity event where we will increase our influence in the world and our ability and capacity to help. If you have a group of people to go to, because I want you to think right now, who are you going to go to trust with your money and trust with those conversations at that high level about where to put your assets? It's not going to be your school friends, likely, or the people that you're currently around, because that's just not been our life. But if we can get into a group with like-minded people, I mean, I can't even explain the power and influence that that group would have on every individual within it, and also for the course of your life and your family's lives. So that's coming very soon. That's why I got you to put 1% in the comments before. If you're excited about that and you actually want an email and notified when that actually comes out, then fill out the form in the description. I'm going to also send that form link to everyone who put 1% in that become your own bank video, but it'd be more efficient to put the form below if you want to just sign up for that. I'll send you an email when it's all announced. Thank you so much for being here day in, day out. You've turned my dream of leaving my job and becoming a full-time content creator a reality. And there's no sign of stopping. In fact, it's only getting bigger. And that's all thanks to you. Thank you very much for liking this video, sharing it with your friends. Stay emotionless, and I'll see you in the next one.